Hi everyone, my name is Phil and welcome to Phil Does 3D. I'm a multimedia and a 3D artist and I stream live on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 PM Pacific time in the United States. That's 10 AM if you're in Australia or 1 or 2 AM if you're in the UK and Europe. Sniper Girl, it's good to see you. Hello to you as well, and yes, hello to everybody else watching. Remember guys, if you do miss the live streams, you can catch up at any time by clicking the videos tab on my Twitch channel, or you can go to my YouTube channel, which is /PhilDoes3D, because I do upload all of my previous streams to YouTube and to Twitch, but YouTube is behind my Twitch channel. So if you are watching on YouTube, if you look in the description below the video, you'll find a link to my Twitch TV channel. Remember too, if you want to become a Phildo and join the Phil Does 3D Discord server, you can type !Discord in Twitch chat at any time to get an invite link. Or you can go to the About Me section on my Twitch channel and look for a graphic in the panels that says Discord. Click that, that'll give you an invite link to join the Discord. Okay, I think that's everything. Sniper Girl says, look, I was patient now. It took you long enough. Yeah, I know. Actually, I was running late this morning. Time got away from me. I was doing something else and then I realized that I hadn't started my stream, so I started the stream just 1 minute late. Anyway, we're going to continue working on a game called The House in the Hollow. You can wishlist that now on Steam by typing !Steam in Twitch chat, or you can go to the About Me section on my Twitch channel and look for a graphic that says wishlist the game. Click that. That'll take you to the Steam store page, or if you're watching on YouTube, look in the description, you'll find a link to take you to the Steam store page there. I'm doing really well. Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, cold. It's very cold. But I'm good. I've got my long sleeve shirt on today. I look like a floating head amongst all this black, but anyway. Yes, so what are we going to do? We're going to probably do what we did yesterday and jump between working in the Unreal Engine and working in Max and Substance Painter. So I guess we'll probably start with Painter. Let's start texturing up these bits and pieces for the basement. Now, I think I'm going to keep these as separate pieces for texturing, and we may join them all when we come to place them. Sniper Girl says, do what you did yesterday, you mean talk most of the day, got it. You know I'm a motor mouth, Sniper Girl, I can't help myself. I've got to have a drink actually, I've got a dry mouth. Yeah, I got a dry mouth because it never shuts up. Alrighty. As usual guys, if you do have questions while I work, feel free to pop into chat and ask me. If I can help you in any way, I'm happy to try. If you just want to say hello, that's always welcome, but if all you want to do is watch, that's completely fine. Kamal, it's good to see you, Kamal. Greetings to you as well. I saw the reference image you're going to be using, Sniper Girl, that you posted in the Discord for the gas station. Yeah, that looks really cool. Very cool. I see also that Android Lost has posted a new image of Harley Quinn, so we'll show that before I sign off for the day. And Wax Kink has finished his Adventure Time sword set. Adventure Time, I love Adventure Time. So we'll show those two before I sign off for the day at the end of the stream. If you don't want to wait for me guys, you can jump into the Discord and check them out in the gallery. Sniper Girl says, I have a question. How much actual 3D do you do? Quite you. Ooh, you get a Phil slap for that. Alrighty, let's do some 3D to keep Sniper Girl happy. And now she slapped me back. Great. Thank you so much. Mod slap. Now you get the stink eye. Okay. She says, and this mod slaps back. That's right. We're just going to call this one. We're going to call this step base one. let us export it. It's been so long since I worked in Substance Painting, now I've forgotten how to do it. Export selected. We're going to bring some insects into the engine later on as well, because we'll talk about that when we jump back into Unreal. Basement. We're going to call this. We'll call this steps, I guess. We'll break it up. And this is step base 1. We do have smart materials created that we created for the Manor House, so we'll probably use those and make some adjustments maybe to the colour. Alright, let's jump into Substance Painter and create a new project. Let's go with basement, and let's go with steps, and let's bring that box in. 2K should probably be fine. The engine will knock it back to 1K. We'll leave it at 2K. We can always change it later on. We can start by backing out the maps at 2K and use the low poly as the high. And let's rename the material to Step Space 1. Kamal says, I installed UE4 today. I was scared, then closed it. Fair enough. What are you scared about, Kamal? And why did you install UE4 and not UE5? Is it your graphics card maybe or something? I actually wanted to mention to you, if you are going to install UE5 at some stage, it's really big. It's like over 100 gigabytes. So you're going to need at least I think it's about 110 gigabytes to install. So it's quite large, UE5. UE4 I'm not quite sure about. I think it's about 60 gig. But UE5 is the newest version of the engine. That's the one we're working in. But I do believe you need a relatively recent graphics card to use it properly. UE4, of course, is not as heavy, so you should be probably, if your machine is a little under spec, the UE4 probably would be better. UE4 is good. We were using UE4 for the game up until a few months ago when Epic officially released UE5, then we converted it over. I do like UE5, I have to admit. Lumen and Nanite are very, very nice to use. Okay, let's jump into the smart materials and let's have a look here. We need to try and match the steps. In fact, I think what I might do is let's just isolate this piece. Yeah, I might do that. We might separate this up into vertex colors so I have a bit more control over my different materials. Pardon me. Look at the hiccups. Let's just collapse the stack here. And let's give this a color. Hiccups. I can't believe that, oh, there it is. I'm forgetting how to do everything because it's been so long since I've done specific things. Let's make that like a blue. No, blue. There we go. Let's do a invert on the selection, and let's make that a red. Orange. We'll make it an orange. There we go. Let's just re-export it so I can re-import it. And let's update the project and select this one again. Take out the maps, make sure our ID is set to vertex color. Get rid of that blank layer at the bottom. Let's just turn that off for the moment so I can concentrate on the top. Now I believe we did create a material that I'm going to use because we created a material we're using in the master bedroom upstairs. If I can find it and remember what it is, we'll use that. It's like a parquetry floor, but I can't remember what I called it, so. Let's just filter by the word my. Maybe that will help me find it. Attic floors. I believe it might be this one. Yeah, it's this one. So we're going to start by mask with color selection. Actually, I'm wondering, no. Let's increase the scaling. Kamal says UE5 had errors while opening. I couldn't understand the reason. I still use Windows 7. Yeah, that could be it actually. I have a feeling that Epic, I could be wrong because it's been a long time since I used Windows 7, but I thought I read somewhere that Epic weren't going to support Windows 7 with UE5, so that is probably the reason. But UE4 is good, don't get me wrong, it's a great engine as well. We were using it, like I said, up until a few months ago when Epic released UE5. So it does a good job. You'll be able to get some nice images out of UE4 as well. I'm just trying to work out what I want to do here. Let's turn this back on and mask it with color selection. Now I'm just going to jump into back and forth between max and substance here because I need to make sure that my colors match. We may jump into Photoshop. We'll see if we can get a color match using Substance Painter. That'll get us 3/4 of the way there anyway. Because we changed that one, we have to change this one. Let's grab, it's not really what I want. Change the roughness on this, I think. Well, that's really annoying. We're actually only using the color in the normal. I'll turn the roughness on. What I see, I don't want them to be shiny varnished like that. I want them to be more of a matte color. Because if we look at these stairs in Max, they're not a shiny step. They're pretty much a matte wood. We'll do the same for this one. Oops, wrong one. That's the one I want. Kamal says, I've learnt the basics on SP. Now it's a great joy to watch you fill. Oh, good. Well, remember, Kamal, if you have any issues while you're trying to use UE4, jump on the Discord and ask questions. If I can't help you, then one of the other guys and girls will, because they all use the Unreal Engine. Well, most of the people on the Discord do, so. Yeah, if you have any issues, just ask on Discord. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here, thank you, dude, much appreciated, no problem. What I'm going to do here is we're just going to save this out. As steps 1 base. I'm just going to export the material so we can do a color check. Export. And save. And now we're going to jump into Max, and I'm going to create a material here for the step. And let's just bring the color in. Now again, this doesn't have the roughness or the metallic or the normal map. This is just so I can do a color check. It's actually not too bad. I might just bring a little bit more yellow. Do it. Because we have the red here in the banister railings, which we're picking up. I actually might prefer that to than trying to pick up the yellow in the step here. Yeah, I think it might be better. Sniper Girl, what's this? Game developer Unreal Engine 5 system requests. Have a look at the system requirements because I'm actually curious myself. I have a feeling they are quite high for Unreal Engine 5. Oh no, operating system Windows 7. Minimum of 8 GB of RAM. So you do need a DirectX video card that supports 11 or 12. If you want to use Nanite and Lumen, you have to have a 12 compatible video card. They don't actually mention what video card though. Oh, hang on, they tell you what they had for their demo, which was a 1080 or Vega 64 with 8 gigabytes of RAM, 8 gigabytes of video RAM, 32 gig of RAM with a 12 core CPU, and that got them 30 frames a second. So there you go. Yeah, they really are pushing the newer video cards with the engine, which I guess makes sense. You check that? Command said? Okay, yeah. Well, I'm surprised because it does. They do support Windows 7, 64-bit though. Actually, I think they dropped 32-bit support from the engine completely. So you must have, but which shouldn't be an issue because most processors are 64-bit anyway. Sniper Girl says that you can use Windows 7 and support DirectX 11. Not sure why it would not be working. Yeah. Usually if there's an issue with it not working, it's the video card or the video card drivers, usually. Kamal said, first I had Python plugin problem. Oh, okay. You fixed that. Sniper Girl says, this is the bare minimum requirements. You won't be able to use Nanite or Lumen. Kamal says, I have a Quadro K4000 and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Well, that should be alright then. He says, I'm faced with Visual C++ problems. I couldn't fix it. It made me crazy. Yeah, you may have to install... You can go to Microsoft's website and install the runtimes for Visual C++. Like if I show you mine, you'll see that there are quite a few. Yeah, it may be, see these Visual C++s, and I've got all of them from 2005 all the way up to 2022. So one of these redistributables, I install them all, it can't hurt. And I haven't had any issues, so you might want to look at trying to download one of the Visual C++ redistributables from Microsoft's website. That would probably end up fixing the problem. You may be missing one that the engine needs. Kamal says, I've downloaded it from there. I installed it, but the problem still exists. So what does it say? Does it say a DLL is missing or something? What is the error? Can you remember what it was? Because if it says something like Visual C++ DLL problem or something, that generally means you've missed one of them. So have you made sure you installed all of them? Because yeah, there are quite a few. Yeah. And you're installing it through the Epic Games launcher, aren't you? You know, the program you launched, Epic Games launcher, and then you can install it through their launcher. If that's the way you're doing it, you'll have less problems doing it that way than trying to compile it, which is what we do from source code using Visual Studio. No problem. We're here to help. I want to help you to get it to run if you want to use it. If you're happy to use UE4, then that's fine. But yeah, I was just wondering if you wanted to try and work out what the problem might be. Because yes, obviously you can use you can use UE5 on Windows 7, which again, it surprised me because I'm sure I read somewhere that Epic, maybe it's for the next version of UE5 5.1, that they're going to drop support for Windows 7. I could be wrong. I'm sure I read something though, an article online where they were talking about changes to the UE5, and I thought one of them was dropping Windows 7. I may be getting confused with something else. maybe some other software that's dropping Windows 7 support. I read so many articles in a day, I can't keep track. Alright. Yeah, color match is pretty good. It should work for what we want. So let's move on to the next piece down here now. So before I do that though, I'm going to create a smart material based on this. Yeah, we'll do that. So again, to create a smart material, really simple. We're just going to group them in a new folder. We're going to call this one My Basement Steps. And create smart material. Yeah, it's black because we have color selections on these, but that's okay. So let's move on to the next piece. This one. I'm going to call this one... Oh, damn. I've got that link that I copied from Twitch chat. That's not what I want. We'll copy this and make it number 2. And let's export this one. Actually, do I want what I want to do here? We may do the same sort of thing. Let's isolate it. Collapse it. Select it. Give it a color. Again, we'll go to blue. I wonder if I should make the border something different. Like that border that runs around the outside edge. Maybe. Maybe. We'll break it up, and even if we don't need to use it, we can... Having it broken up means it'll just be easier for us to work with. I just want to grab that small piece there. Damn it. I'm in the wrong viewport. Top, front, left. There we go. Alright. Let's give that a color and let's give that a green. And now I'm just going to select these. And these. And we're going to do a invert selection. And let's give this a color of purple. Why not? Because we all like purple. Okay, I'm just going to check my colors here to make sure I didn't miss anything. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, looks like I might have done a mistake on the bottom here. Let's just fix that. I didn't assign the color down here, although you'll never see it down there anyway. And we've got to pick that color. Good. Now I think we're right. No. This is why I always go into vertex color mode, because it looks like I may have missed a bit just here. Let's double check. No, I think we're good now. Okay. Alrighty, let's export this one. I'm just going to do a save here before I jump back into Painter. Have some coffee. Okay, let's jump back into Substance Painter. Make sure we save that. We've got our My Basement Steps is what we want. Let's create a new project. Base 2. Let's bake it out. Using the vertex color. Use low poly, I forgot to turn that on. Rename it. And drag in our smart material. And we need to what am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Color selection, pick that one. Let's increase the scaling. Hang on. This one I want. So we got 1, 2, 3 on the width. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. We want it to run it that way or that way. I guess it should run this way. I'm looking at the pattern here, and at the top here it's running this way. You see the line is running vertically. So we have to decide on this one, do we want it to run vertically or do we want it to run horizontally? And I think horizontally is probably better, which means it needs to run parallel to that edge, which is what it's doing here. And then the next thing is I have to work out the scale. We have 3 on the top here for the width, but because this piece is a bit wider, we'd probably go 4. But because we're running horizontally, we're probably going to need probably 3 and a bit. So that's too many at the moment. So 1, 2, 3 and a bit. Okay. That's just a dirt layer, I think, that I've placed on top. Yeah. Now let's look at the next one. Color selection, and we want these sides. Now you can see my UVs are all over the place here. They're running horizontally here, they're running vertically here. I want them all to run horizontally, so we're going to jump back into Max, and I'm going to isolate this piece, and we're going to throw an unwrap UVW down and edit the UVs. And we're going to start with this piece, which is this piece. I'm going to turn angle snap on. Good. And let's look at the next one, which is this piece. It's because we have these beveled edges, we're going to have to go in and do some selection. Okay, let's rotate it 90 degrees. This piece is okay. And this piece needs to be rotated. That I've selected. I don't know. What is that piece? Alright, let's rotate this one 90 degrees. I think we did that one, yep. Top is okay, we don't have to worry about the bottom. While we're here, we'll make sure that these ones are actually rotated correctly as well. Is this one correct? Oh, or not? These ones are okay on the corner. Yep. So this one. And this one. We did this one, yep. And let's do the bottom. I could have rotated the texture in Substance Painter, but we still would have had to have made alterations to the UV maps because that would have made this one wrong then. Okay, I think we're good now. So all I need to do now is repack it. So instead of using this button here, I'm going to use the pack UVs option because it gives me choices. We're going to normalize, we're not going to rotate, we are going to fill holes, and we can do a rescale as well, just no rotation. We don't want to change the rotation we've already done. Okay, let's re-export it. Update our project. Rebake out our maps. Good. Most of this is hidden actually inside the step anyway, but having it right doesn't hurt. What I'm going to do here is, this is the, that's the Parker tree, that's the wood. What do I want to do on this edge? We could make it brass to blend in with the floors that we've got going on. Might look interesting. In which case we've already got a brass material created in Unreal that we can use for that. Well, maybe might be better just being all wood. Yeah, might be a bit too distracting having brass here and here on these edges. Yeah, we'll keep it all wood. So let's add the edging and see what it looks like. Don't really like the look of it on the bottom. Maybe we'll play with the masking a little bit. I just wanted to bring a little bit more distressing on the bottom part of the wood. We might also make an adjustment to the scaling. Let's export that and bring it into Max and see what it looks like. Let's do a quick save. The scaling is correct on the Parker tree, so that's good. Colors seem to be fine. Alright, let's move to these steps here now. These are two separate meshes, so they have two separate materials, so that's fine. I don't think I need to do any vertex coloring here. And we're going to call this one Step 3. Yeah, no, I don't think I need to do any colouring. Make sure we do the save, create a new project. Take out our maps. We're not doing vertex, so I don't need to change the ID. Use the low poly. Alright. So this material is the... These are the edging, is that right? Yeah. So I call this brass edging. And this one can just be called Step Base 3. So this one we want to bring in our smart material. Change our ID mapping. Now this is interesting. Let's see if we can get Parker tree on this and see if it'll work or not. Probably not. Let's look at this. Now again, we've got the same problem here with the UVs not in the right orientation. So let's start by fixing that. So back into Max, isolate this piece, collapse the stack. I'm just going to temporarily detach the steps from the brass edging because I don't want my UVs to be mixed. So select invert. Wait. No, I don't have soft selection. Yep, select invert. Detach. Unwrap. Now. No. The top one is fine and the two bottom ones are at the wrong angle. So we need to rotate 45 degrees on That's the base that you'll never see. Actually, because you can never see it and it takes up so much of our texture space, I'm gonna scale it right down. Because yeah, it's always going to be hidden in the game anyway, and I want to use the texture space for the rest of the textures. Give me a higher resolution. Yep, Kamal says turning UVs 45 degrees may solve the problem. Well, yeah. Sniper says, yeah, that would. Easiest way to do it. That will save the problem, and that is exactly what we're going to do. And it's these pieces here. So we want that one, and we want that one, and we want to rotate them. I'm going to turn angle snap off here so I got a bit more control. And we're going to repack. We're not going to rotate. Help if I select them all though. There we go. We did lose a lot of texture space, unfortunately. Anyway. Let's reattach and re-export. You know, but instead of me collapsing the stack, in case I need to go back and make alterations, I'm going to just throw down an edit poly and do an attach that way. That way we can always go back and re-export. Step base 3. And edit our project configuration and re-import that new model again. Rebake out our maps. And that fixed our problem with the UV, so that's good. I do want to make some alterations though to the mask. Bring in a little bit more of the red. And our scaling, I think, is probably alright. So yeah, we're not going to touch the brass edging here because we have a material already created in Unreal that we used upstairs for the brass edging on the floors. We'll reuse that material when we bring it into Unreal. Yeah, I'll stick to the darker one. Let's bring it in and see how it blends. Let's save as. Step 3. Export. And export the textures. Create a new material. Import. Step 3. Now, okay, I'm just going to reassign the brass edging because it's adding the material to them which we don't want. So I'm just going to reassign the yellow colour to remind me it's going to be brass. Damn it. Let's detach. Wait. Why did you not detach? Oh, I don't want it as a clone. So that probably means I have perhaps maybe I'm just going to make sure I didn't create two here, and I did. So or did I? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to collapse my stack. Because our UVs are correct, we don't need to go back to them. I'm going to go back. There we go, back to where we were. Phil's getting confused. We're going to do this. We're going to pick the UVs, which will create a sub multi-material. And on this one, we're going to plug in the texture for the step. Wait. Why did that one change? I think it's because I use the same material. So let's just assign that to that and plug that back into that, and that's good. Okay. We can get rid of that one. And put that one there. Okay. I don't know that I really love this wood, to be honest with you. On these lower steps, I'm just trying to work out how I want to tackle this, what might look better. Let's jump back into Substance Painter. I'm just going to check to make sure, yeah I did, had low poly turned on, good. Oh, hang on, I haven't been reading the chat. Kamal says, very nice. Kamal says, Sniper Girl, did you buy the RGB lights? Yeah, did you? Sniper Girl says, not yet. Going to be paying for the bike on Thursday. Have a lot of stuff to buy once I get it. Need to get a good helmet, a good lock. Yeah, you don't want it stolen. Have time to get the lights. Still going to be a couple of months before it gets dark enough to need the lights. And isn't it going to take like a month for it to arrive anyway? So there's plenty of time. Kamal says, share on Discord for me, I wonder. Yes, take a pic once you've got it, Sniper Girl, but I know it's good. You have to order it, and you can't get it immediately. But yeah, share on Discord. We all want to see. I'm just trying to work out if I can do something with this Parker tree. Whether the Parker tree would look more interesting. Maybe if we do a blend. So maybe if we had a smart mask to this. Let's get rid of this search result. You will do? Good. Snappy Girl says, look, chain I'm getting is also very good. Both will be expensive. Top priority though. Yeah, no, for sure. You do want to make sure that it can't be stolen. That would be terrible. Let's see if we can use a surplus worn. I'm going to turn off Where is it? I need to switch off the height. The height is already off. Is it the roughness? Well, we certainly don't need metal. It's the height. Right. So yeah, maybe if we blend the Parker tree in a little bit, it'll just make the floor look a little bit more interesting. But I just felt it looked a bit too bland. We can just fade in a little bit of the Parker tree. Kamal says, in straight lanes it would be enjoy to ride. What brand of car do you buy a car within 3 kilometers in the USA? What brand car? Another girl says that it should be. Would be funny and even on mountains, hills too. It's an off-road electric bike. Kamal says, no fun on hills, I guarantee it, especially on hot days. Sniper Girl says, getting an e-bike due to the environment, 35% of electricity in my area comes from wind turbines, with that only growing in the future. You can get a car for less than that, but there's insurance which can be expensive. Gas prices tend to change often, with the average cost per gallon being $4 in my area. That's $4 US, guys. That's expensive. It's not even that expensive here. I think gas prices here are like, I mean, I don't drive, so I'm only guessing at what I saw on the news a while ago, and I think it was $3.50 Australian, so that's probably around about $2 something American. So $4 a gallon, that's expensive. Although we sell it by the litre, so maybe that's different, not the gallon, because you know, we're modern and with the rest of the world, unlike the United States and their imperial system. Kamal says, here we have Princess Islands in Istanbul. We like to ride there. Small islands with green lands with many pine trees around. Sounds lovely. That does sound nice, Kamal. Let's export the textures. And riding a bike is good exercise, but although hers is an e-bike, so it's an electric bike, she could still, if she wanted to, I'm sure, turn the electric part off and pedal. Which I encourage her to do, because it's good exercise. That's better. I like that better. The other one was just too plain. A little bit of parquetry in it makes it look a bit more interesting. Okay, so what have we got left? Just a bit under the step, I think. So, oh, again. Let me create a new material for this, otherwise it's going to distract me. It's easy to get Phil distracted, as you guys know. So I'm just going to create a new material, and I'm going to select that wall and assign that material. I'm just going to do the same for these. These are actually groups. I'm just going to open them. Actually, no, they're not grouped. Right. This one is grouped, I believe. Yep. Well, I grouped them so it was easy for me to move them around. Good, there we go. Alrighty. So yeah, all we've got left now is this little bit under the step, so we're going to call that one step 4. Kamal says, I want to buy a new bike which looks like a chopper. Sniper Girl says, according to the review, even though it weighs close to 90 pounds, 40 kilos, it apparently is geared real well that you can still pedal it easily. Well, that's good to know. That's so heavy, 40 kilos, man. Yeah, having the option. I mean, even if you just run out of battery power, maybe one day somewhere, you never know. Having the option to be able to actually pedal is good to move the bike. You don't want to be stuck somewhere. 3, let's create a new project. That'll be good. Let us back out the map. Change the material name. Bring in our smart material. Change our color selection, mask by color selection. No, that's not what we want. We want the other one. And we have this issue again with the angle of the UVs, so let's just fix that. It's this side here we want to fix. Oops, wrong one. So it needs to be angled. This one's going to be a bit fiddly to get angled correctly, but we'll give it our best. I believe it needs to be angled more like that. Let's repack. Sniper Girl says, Kamal says 40 kilograms, oh my god. Sniper Girl says, yeah, it's heavy. Kamal says, yeah, I'm like that kind of people. Sniper Girl says, the only complaint about people that took it off-road was that it was big end to end, which makes it harder to turn in tight situations. It is a huge bike. I mean, if you haven't seen a picture of it, guys, jump on the Discord server. She posted an image of it in the Discord. It is a huge bike. I mean, it looks really nice, but man, it's big. Kamal says, I don't want any dust or mud. No, thank you. Let's re-export this model again. And update our project configuration. And rebake out our maps. And let's fix the angle, so that's good. Let's play with our masking again. I don't believe we want the parquetry here. But I think I just want to change the mask a little bit. Is that right? Do I want it to run that way or do I want it to run that way? I actually think I need it to run the other way. To better match this piece here. I've got it running in the wrong direction. Oh man. Alright. Let's open our UV editor. Select these. And let's rotate it. Put angle snap back on. Repack it. Re-export it. Re-import it. Re-bake it. And now it's running in the right direction. Good. Okay. Now we can make adjustments to our map. I might bring a bit more of the red into this one, I think. Just a little bit, not too much. Let's save it. Export the textures. Aren't you proud of me, Sniper Girl? You see how much work I'm getting done? And export. Sniper Girl says, I mostly will stick to asphalt, but do plan on going on some trails, mostly due to photogrammetry reasons. She says, but that's going to be very rare. Kamal says, I like marble rather than asphalt. No mud or dust, clean and straight. Marble. Fancy. Fancy, fancy. Let's bring in that material. Asphalt 4. asphalt. Wood 4, I've got asphalt on the brain now. It's all your fault, Sniper Girl. Sniper Girl says that's the way it's going to be for the most part. Android Lust, hey Android Lust, how are you? I see you posted a new image of Harley Quinn in the gallery. I'll show up before I sign off today. It's good to see you, Android Lust. Oh, and thank you for the sub too. It popped up yesterday. So you are awesome, Android Lust. Thank you for the subscription. I can't remember how long it said because it's disappeared from my messages, but it's a long time. You've been subbed to me for a long time as well, just like Sniper Girl. So I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Sniper Girl says, I'm getting it because I know it will be available. I'll be able to do more than I need to on a normal basis. Kamal says to Sniper Girl, is it legal to use golf carts on roads there? I'm not sure. I don't think it's not legal in this country, I don't think. Android Lust says, I'm cool. Well, it's hot, but I'm cool. That's not good. I was saying to the guys this morning, I'm wearing my long sleeve shirt. I normally have t-shirts on, but it's just too cold. Way too cold. And I'm worried about my electricity bill because apparently there was a news report a week or two ago saying that the electricity bills are going to double. And my electricity bill's already through the roof, so if it doubles, it's going to be insane. The world we live in now, I tell you. I'm just going to bring in a standard material so I can assign it to this. Doubling of electricity bills. And you know, I live in Australia. We have lots of oil, lots of natural gas. We have huge amounts of coal, which they still burn. So why electricity is going up is beyond me. Should be no reason for it living in this country with all the mines and stuff we have. I actually saw a news report, I think it was on BBC World, where they're talking about the electricity costs in London, in England. And the average electricity bill in England a year was £4,200. Now I'm going to do a conversion from pounds to Australian. I'm curious. So AUD to pounds. So yeah, the average. It went the other way around. Pounds to AUD. Yeah, the average cost in pounds was $4,200. Nearly $7,300 a year for electricity in England. That's outrageous. I don't know what you guys pay, but man, that's expensive. Yeah, it's going up in this country as well. Not that high, thank God, yet anyway. Sniper Girl says, I guess, but limited golf carts are only allowed to operate on roadways with a posted speed limit of 35 miles per hour or less. Why, do you want to drive a golf cart around, Kamal? Kamal says to Android, that's where do you live? I think he lives in the US. I'm pretty sure he lives in the US. Sniper Girl said, can golf carts even go that fast? Golf carts are Kamal's dream, hey? Android Lust says he lives in Georgia, hot American Georgia. But you got that sweet convertible, haven't you, Android Lust? So you can cool down by driving around. Android Sniper Girl says to Android Lust, that's the south, it's hell. Android Lust says golf carts are fairly slow. I don't think they're allowed on public roads unless there's a sign that states so. Kamal is saying greetings from the hot Mediterranean, Android Dust. Kamal says, can you talk redneck with a redneck accent? Android Lust says, I had to say US Georgia because of my country, Georgia. You're obsessed with the southern people, Kamal. You're obsessed. We were talking about it yesterday. Sniper Girl says, when I was a kid I had a southern accent, so glad I don't have it anymore. Andrew Luss says to Kamal he could for a joke. I did see the news report about the FBI raiding Donald Trump as well. Very, very interesting. I mean, they said it's never happened before to a president of the US, so there you go. I don't know what they found, they're not saying. If they found anything. Interesting times. Alright, I don't think we need to do much more with the steps here actually. I think the colours are probably okay. I'm just trying to decide if I want to bring any more red into them or not. I wish I had another button or two on my mouse. It would make my shortcuts a lot easier. Well, because I have a Razer Basilisk though, they only come with so many buttons. Maybe I could remap the DPI buttons on the top to something else. I have to look at that. Because at the moment what I do is I use my mouse to do my rotation, but the second button I use for my rotation is my middle mouse button, which is a scroll wheel. So if you see me sort of like going like this all the time, it's because, yeah, I'm using a scroll wheel. It gets really, it's fiddly to use. So I'm going to see if I can't remap the DPI buttons on the mouse. Because I never changed my DPI settings on the mouse anyway. Android Lost says, sometimes it's too hot for a convertible, like today. Oh, okay. Sniper Girl says, well, they still haven't done this to a president because last I checked, he's not in office. Yeah, he's an ex-president though. They don't like doing anything to your ex-presidents. I wonder what they found or if they found anything. It will be very interesting. They must have had a tip-off that something might have been there for them to raid, I would have thought. Been all over the news though. Like I hadn't heard it before Android last mentioned it yesterday on the stream, but since then every news channel are talking about it, so it's a big deal. Android Lust says to Sniper Girl, some people think he's still in office somehow. Q suffers from mass delusion. Yes, those Q people do. They're all strange people. Yeah, and they are. They're delusional. Absolutely delusional. It never ceases to amaze me just how delusional people can get. It's frightening, actually. I expected better of people in 2022, you know. I thought people were more intelligent, but obviously not. Not all people, anyway. Kamal says, you mean Trump? Yes, we're talking about Trump. Sniper Girl says, classified documents that he illegally stole. I wonder if they found any. Sniper Girl says, yeah, those same idiots are on social media asking Trump to give the word for them to get their guns. God, what is wrong with these people? Well, maybe it would be better for your society if you split the United States down the middle and you moved all of the nut jobs down the bottom and, you know. I'm sorry, I shouldn't call them nut jobs, but they're so delusional. They really are delusional. Android Lust says some people are itching for a civil war. I don't understand why anyone would itch for any sort of war. War is not something that's good. You know, all war achieves is people dying. So no one should ever wish for any sort of war. But it doesn't surprise me if some of them do, because some of the things they believe are just way out there. Really, really, really way out there. Wow. Oh, man. Yes, well, I wonder if they did find any documents in this safe. It'll be interesting to see what happens over the coming months. I thought one of the reasons that they they're looking, because if they can prove that he took classified documents, then that might bar him from running for re-election. Now, so other people that have been interviewed on the news channels say no, it won't. Some of them say, oh, it might. Who knows? Let's hope it does. Let's just hope he doesn't run. I mean, the other thing is, of course, they're saying, oh, the more that they do this to him, the more riled up he gets and the more likely he is to run. Because he hasn't officially announced he's running yet, has he? With the 2024 elections. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to see Trump come back. I think he's terrible for the world and he's really bad for your country. The unrest he sows is just terrible. And he does it deliberately. It's you know, it's Trump riling up people. He's not a very nice person. In fact, yeah, no, I'll leave it there. I don't want to disparage people, but yeah, the whole Trump family, I don't think are particularly nice people. So yeah, I was just considering whether I'm going to bring more red into some of these, but I don't think I will. I don't think it needs it. I think once it's lit, it'll be fine. Once we have the normal map and the roughness and stuff set up in Unreal, it will work fine. I mean, the colour blending is not too bad anyway, because we did sample the colour directly from the steps. So. Alright, what have we got next? What we might do is I might just jump quickly into Unreal because I want to bring some insects into the engine. So I'm just going to do a quick save here. Sniper Girl says, yeah, they found a lot of documents that they seized. Really? That's interesting. She says to Android Lost, yeah, those are idiots that have never been in a war or have seen a battle. Yeah, that's right. These are people that love to flash their guns around, but have never actually fought in a war. You've only got to look at what's happened in between Russia and Ukraine to see just how terrible war is. It's just absolutely awful. Or look at what happened in Afghanistan. It was just awful. Any war is just awful. People dying, it's just awful. All people, no matter who they are. Whether it's Russians dying, Ukrainians dying, people dying is just bad. Kamal says, South shall rise again, Android. Sniper Girl says, here's the thing, if he does run due to campaign laws, if they actually enforce them, he'd be legally screwed. Odds of them enforcing them is slim due to the way the government is, but hey. Well, you never know. They might to try and keep him from running again because they see how destructive for your country he's been. I know if I was the lawmakers over there, I'd do everything in my power to make sure I could legally arrest and jail him to stop him from running again, because he is just he's a wrecking ball for your country. He really is. He sows chaos, and he does it deliberately, which is what's even worse. And his cronies. I mean, I've seen the news reports of some of the, some of the people that he's recommended, because you're going through your by-elections or whatever they call it at the moment, and the Republicans are putting forward candidates, and some of the ones that Trump endorses, they're real nut jobs as well. They're as bad as he is. That's probably why he endorses them. So yeah, there's quite a few problems, and so unfortunately it looks like they may take control of I can never remember whether it's the House or the Senate. All confusing over there with your politics, but anyway, what can you do? Now, yeah, I was going to start texturing up this floor section, but we might not do that today. I think we'll jump into Unreal so I can bring the insects in. Because we have, in the game, there are insects, obviously, but they're not particle insects. So if you guys remember when we were working on the Manor House landscape, we have like, what are they called? those things like the seed pods, you blow them and they're fluffy white, those things. We have those seed pods that float down, and they are a particle effect, and they use a mesh as part of the particle effect. But for the insects in the game, we're using a different system. We're using, they're not particles, they're actual individual instance meshes. And the reason we're doing that is because, unlike a particle effect, even though you could like add an insect as a particle and have it flying around, there's no interaction between the particles and the geometry in the game. The system we're using for the insects actually allows the insects to land on different things. I wonder if I should show you. I could run the game. Would I get in? Are they going to scream at me at the game studio if I do that? Let's have a look. Shh. We won't tell them. I'm going to stick to one area. I'm pretty sure when I load the game up, I'm going to be in the area because we were testing these we were testing these insects. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be where the butterflies are. So I'm just going to load the game up. Hang on, what are we talking about? Andrew Lost says, I've never seen a president worshipped like he is. Neither have I. People are just... I've never seen it either. It's frightening, actually. Sniper Girl says to Android Lost, do you mean he's not the second coming of Christ? Android Lost says, I see Trump flags and yard signs around here. Oh, no. Not as much as during the elections, but they're still here. People act like he's kind of funny, to be honest. Anyway, I'm going to load up the game. I won't be moving around in the game, though. I do have Unreal open in the background, so we are using a lot of resources on my computer. Keep that in mind. We've got Max open, Substance open, the Unreal Engine is open in the background, and now we're running a game on top of it all. I'm going to continue the game. And this should take us to where these insects are. Unless I moved it. No, there we are. So yeah, instead of a particle effect to create the butterflies, if I stay here for long enough, you'll see that they start to land on pieces of geometry like the fence lines and all of that sort of stuff. So that's the advantage of not using a particle effect, but using these actual meshes where the butterflies can actually land on geometry. See one over here on the fence. Yeah. So we're going to be bringing a couple of more insects in so that we can set up different areas for these insect effects to happen. This is the area just near the bridge, the wooden bridge. So yeah, I just wanted to point that's the reason we're bringing insects in, not to add them to a particle effect, but to add them to this. The good thing about doing it this way too is if it was a particle effect, it'll be run in conjunction with the game. With this effect, we can choose to run them on separate cores on the CPU. Because generally with most games these days, even though we have multi-core CPUs now, they generally only use 1 or 2 cores. Every time you run a game, it doesn't take advantage of all of the cores that you have in your system. The advantage of this is we can choose how many threads the effect uses. So we're not using the threads that are part of the actual game environment. So we're using unused threads and cores on people's computers to run the effect. So it's more efficient for the game, and it takes better advantage of the hardware that people have, because everyone these days has at least a 4-core CPU usually. So maybe it's 2 cores with hyper-threading, which gives you 4 cores. So that's the reason we decided to go this route, where it wasn't set up as a particle effect. it meant that we could take better advantage of the cores and that the insects could actually interact with the environment. So there you go. Don't tell them I loaded the game up. Now what's the how do I get out of this now? I can't remember. So there we go. All right. So we're going to jump into Unreal and bring some insects in. Oh, let me get my chat back up. There we go. And Snappy Girl says to Android Lost that they are. Hey, did you hear? He's also running for Kennedy Jr. as well. Running with. Oh. Snappy Girl says, yeah, even though JFK Jr. has been dead for a while, that was actually believed by the Q people. Man. I see that other conspiracy guy, the one that was taken to court because he said that the Sandy Hook massacre wasn't real, and basically lost his court case, so has to pay, you know, multiple tens of billions of dollars to, is it millions or billions? Millions. Multiple tens of like $40 million to the families of the children that were massacred. Lost his case and his career's over, which is a good thing. He spews hate as well. Kamal says, looks amazing. Thank you, Kamal. Yeah. But I just wanted to show you guys. They probably won't be happy with me for loading the game up, but hey, bugger 'em. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go and show you anything else. I just wanted to show you the effect for the insects. For the butterflies, anyway. We have a few different insects in the game. Andrew Loss says, but those butterflies look nice, thank you. Snappy Girl says, they were huge, massive people with signs for both of them. Mal says, watching flying butterflies makes me chill here. There's no music been added to this part of the game yet, so there'll be nice music playing as well as you move through the landscape, and sound effects haven't been added yet either. We do that at the end once we've got a bit more of the environment fleshed out. Andrew Doss says, the Sniper Girl, when I heard about it I was wondering, don't they have jobs to go to? That was a huge spoiler. Yes, I know, Andrew Doss, but only a huge spoiler for a very small part of the game. The other advantage too, actually, of course, is you can set the insects up to actually attack the player, which we're not doing in the game. But you could. So the insects could attack the player. Like if say we have a swarm of bees, they could attack the player and they can actually inflict damage. If we wanted to, that could be done. But yeah, the insects won't attack you. It's fine. Sniper Girl says to Android Lust, that works. I've been asked that several times when I was an activist. So let's jump into the insect subfolder. If I can find it. Insects, this is what we want. So at the moment we have the butterflies, which you've seen. We also have some dragonflies, which haven't been added yet, but they're going to be added probably to the river section or the creek sections and the second landscape in front of the manor house, you know, where there's that pond. We'll add the dragonflies there. We also have a normal fly, which will probably be added in the crypt sections, which will be in the third landscape. But what I want to bring in now is I want to bring in a bee and a ladybug. So let's do that. So I believe I called it bumblebee. Let's rename this to Bumblebee. I'm just going to double check to make sure it's knocking it back. It is. Good. Not virtual texturing. Good. Let's find the Bumblebee. And I just want to swap out the material for the wings. To this one. Gonna check the collision. That should be fine. And let's bring in the ladybug. Which will be this one. Okay, I built. What size is this? No, that's fine. So what's the problem here? Well, I believe it's probably the texture is not set to sRGB. Yep, there we go. I can delete this one. No. I don't like to do a false delete because you never know with this engine. Let's do a quick save all. So why is that not updated? There we go. Let's do a save all. Now let's see if it'll let me delete. No. What's it referencing? Lost wings. Lost wings? On the ladybug. Oh, okay. Okay. So let's load up the ladybug and swap out the wing material. Turning sRGB on has changed the color of this texture, so I'm just going to open this up in Photoshop real quick. Henry Lost says you need a huntsman spider for all the cobwebs you made. I know. I'm just going to open up the ladybug material here. And resave it. So I'm going to save it as a version 2. U2. And let's import it. Check it. It's RGB, but that color is back to normal, which is what I want. Change out the texture. Check the mesh. That's better. I wanted the wings, the front wing bits to be orange, to be red, not orange. Good. Okay. Now we can do a save all, and I can delete this one. What? Okay. Can I delete this one now? Yeah, this one can go. Why won't it let me delete this one again? Oh, now it will let me. Let's just leave it there for the moment. I don't trust the engine. Sniper Girl gifted a sub. Thank you, Sniper Girl. To Kamal. That's very nice of you, Sniper Girl. Thank you for gifting a sub. You're awesome. So there you go, Kamal. Sniper Girl gifted you a subscription. That was very nice of you, Sniper Girl. Thank you. I noticed the notification in the corner of my eye. Normally I don't. You guys know what I'm like. Sniper Girl says you're welcome, and you're also welcome, Kamal. Yes, it's very nice of you. Thank you, Sniper Girl. Alright, so the butterflies are in, the flies are in, the dragonflies are in, the bees are in, and the ladybug's in. I think we're only having 5 different types of insects, so that should be it. That should be it for the insects. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think we're good. Just going to do a save current as well. Oh, that's right. I just want to I don't know if I used normals, did I? No, I'm not using normal maps there or anything on the insects because they move too quickly and they're too small to really benefit from having a normal map. Even though I do have normal maps created for the insects, we're not going to be using normals. Sniper Girl says, I'm gifting because I like showing support, getting me closer point-wise to you playing Getting Over It, just an added extra bonus. So there's always an ulterior motive here. She wants me to play that game and tear my hair out. Oh man. Was there anything else I wanted to do on stream in Unreal? I don't think there is. We still have to continue adding the rocks and stuff to the path, but we did that yesterday, so we might not do that on stream today. We might do that next week. Is there anything else I want to add while I'm here? I thought there was something else I wanted to do. Maybe. Yeah, there is, but we might leave that though for next week. I want to bring these light fitting, these tall lamps and stuff to where the bridge section is as well. But I think we'll do that next week. Sniper Girl says, how many anonymous gift subs have I done? Gotten 0 points for those. So there. Okay, fair enough. It's okay to have an ulterior motive if you want me. You want to see me tear my hair out playing this game. That's fine. You don't have to hide it. I understand. And I do appreciate the subs from all of you guys that do subscribe or gift subs. It's very much appreciated. So yeah, no, I don't think we'll do anything else in the engine today. I can close Photoshop down. I just don't think I feel like jumping into doing any more texturing right at this minute. So I think what we'll do next week is we will finish texturing up these bits and pieces. We do have to do the wine racks as well. Now we've got like what do they call them? Wine kegs, wooden barrels, wine barrels. They're done. The wine bottles, I did manage to find them. I didn't lose them when the hard drive decided to die. So they're done as far as textured and stuff. The wine racks are not though. They're not even really designed properly yet. Well, they are, but they're like modular pieces. If I show you what I mean by opening up, these are actually designed by a company who specialize in nothing but wine racks. And they actually make they sell wine racks, right? And they make available for download the models for the wine racks. So that's what I'm using. because I couldn't really come up with a design that was interesting. So these are very plain. They don't have to be, you know, too over the top. Where are they? Wine barrel, wine bottle, wine rack. There we go. There's a picture here of them set up. So they're just very plain type wine rack. Nothing too gothic-y or anything like that. I mean, if I wanted to, I could make some wine racks that were gothic-y, and I still may, if I don't like the look of these once we put them in the cellar. But we're not going to be covering a whole wall like that. But we'll just be using, it's all modular. We'll be using bits and pieces. So yeah, they're the wine racks, and they're not textured actually either. So as you can see here. In fact, if I open them up, let's bring them, let me open it up. So yeah, we'll run those down here on either side of these walls, or maybe like there's a doorway there. So maybe in between these sections of wall, we'll come up with something. Let me open it up. Yeah, they're not textured. They're all modular pieces, and we'll see what we can sort of design around. That's the plan anyway. So we may go with like multiples of this design. We may go with a couple of these, or we may go with this sort of design. I haven't decided yet. We'll work that out when the time comes. Kamal says, like a dream wines. Android Lust says, looks expensive. Android, I tried wine once, never again. Kamal says, LOL. Let's have a look at the work you guys posted in the Discord server though, before we finish for the day. So I want to start by looking at the concept work that Sniper Girl is going to use for inspiration for her gas station, because I want to get a better view of it, a bit larger. Yeah, that'll look really cool. This is the look she's going for when she starts setting up her scene in Unreal. What is this from, Sniper Girl? Is this from a game? Which game? It looks like a game environment. So we've got lots of blood going on, fiery cars. It'll look cool. But that's a concept image. I want to look at the work that Android Lust posted in the gallery, because he's done another Harley Quinn render and it looks really cool. Very nice. Even the eyes, she looks nuts. So you got the expression on the eyes, really nicely done, Android Lust. Shape of the eyes, the look in the pupil. She looks nuts. Amazing, I love it. And yeah, you were mentioning the Harley Quinn series. That's an animated series, isn't it? It's not like live action, it's animated. Which I haven't watched yet, but I think I saw it, and yeah, I think I noticed it was an animated series. And she looks great, I love it. Yeah, particularly, like I said, the expression in the eyes. You got that down pat, she looks nuts. Nuts or angry, I'm not sure which. Beautiful work though, as always, Android Lust. And she's a great character. Let's look at Wax Kink, because Wax Kink is finished working on his... they're from Adventure Time. I thought they looked familiar, and I didn't put two and two together. I didn't read properly, I guess, in the when I was in the Discord. But they're from Adventure Time, which is a great cartoon. Now I see. They look good though, Wax Kink. So yeah, these are a sword pack from Wax Kink based on Adventure Time swords. And they look really cool. Nicely done. Kamal, what have you posted? Kamal has been working on a car by the look of it. Let's just start by checking out the reference image. I believe it's a reference, isn't it? Yeah, that's a reference, yeah. And this is the No, this is not the reference, that's the render. Hang on. Wait. So this is the model. And is this a render? It must be. Unless you're just using it for reference for the... No, it's a little bit different. So this is your reference, yep. It's reference, okay. Yeah, nice. I can see that it doesn't have to be exact. You've done a good job at duplicating the reference. I'm just jumping between them here so I can compare. Lovely, nice work though. I think you're doing a lovely job. Once it's textured up, it's going to look amazing. Well, hopefully you can get it looking as close to reference as possible. This sort of thing would be great to do in the Unreal Engine, Kamal. It'll be a lot easier for you to render it out in Unreal than trying to do it in Max. Max is fine, don't get me wrong. And with wow, what's the new renderer that's in Max now? Because I don't use it, but it's good. But I use V-Ray in Max. I can't remember what they call it. The renderer in Max anyway does a good job, but Unreal will do a good job as well. And lovely detail going on, and you're matching the reference quite well. Yep. I think the only thing I'm noticing is the hub thingy here. The hubcap on the reference is pointy as opposed to flat, straight. That's just something I noticed though. But aside from that, looks great. And it's looking good. All your work is looking lovely. All you guys do really nice work. I'm scaled in, hang on. There we go. And of course, I love that. Love it. It's amazing, as Sniper Girl says it is. You're doing a really good job, Kamal. Andrew Doss says a change in the focal length will make it look exact. Talking about the focal length to look more like this. Yeah, he's still working on it though, so he can do his camera adjustments once he's finished. Once he's finished texturing it and modeling it all out. Kamal says car is different. It's not too different. It's pretty similar. I mean, the only other thing I'm noticing is maybe the spoiler at the back. This one looks like it has a bit of a lip on the top of it, which you haven't added here, but you could. But they're pretty similar. The back window, I guess, too. It's much more angled on this one. But even though you're using it as a reference, it's not being used as you know, if you don't have to copy it exactly, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not doing a very good job. Android Lust, Kamal says Android Lust reference aspect ratio is different. That's probably why. Yep. Sniper Girl, she's also posted an image. Let me check it out. Yes, because I have Discord open so I can see when you guys post something immediately. Oh, nice, Sniper Girl. I love all the detail that's going on here. That looks very cool. I see you have your characters to scale. Nice detailing going on the gas pumps as well. It's going to look so cool in Unreal because there's a lot of detail here. Very nice work. She says going to remodel the pumps and then start adding detail to the building itself. A bunch of wires and stuff. Why do you want to remodel them? They look good to me. There's no nice detailing going on the pumps. Yeah, it's going to look amazing once you bring it into Unreal and it's textured up, because there's a nice detail going into it already. You're quite welcome, Kamal. Andrew Dust says, to be honest, I hate how Instagram has mostly portrait aspect ratio pictures. I don't go to Instagram at all. I don't look at Instagram. I try and avoid social media as much as possible. I only use Twitter and Facebook because of the game and because I stream. I don't have personal accounts on them. Sniper Girl said, we do have an Instagram account for the game, but we don't even use that one for the game. Sniper Girl says they're a bit low poly, going to take them up to the quality of the roof. Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. And I can see the lovely quality, I mentioned it the other day, you got going on here. Cool. Well, with Nanite, there's no problem bringing it into Unreal. Okay. Sniper Girl says, I have an Instagram, but I don't use it. Again, the House on the Hollow has an Instagram as well, but we don't use it. I detest social media, you guys know that. I think it's terrible for society. Really, really bad. But everybody else seems to love it, so yeah. I know Smurf doesn't. Smurf shares my views. Smurf for a barbecue that social media is bad. And he hates it. I think we're going to leave it there for today. I'll be back again on Monday next week, of course. We will continue on with working on the House on the Hollow, doing some texturing in Substance Painter, maybe some modelling in 3D Studio Max. We'll see how we go. Social media is the time suck, Andrew Doss says. Certainly is. You're quite welcome. And again, thank you guys for the subs, to Android Doss for subbing, to Sniper Girl for gifting a sub and for subbing as well. You guys have a great weekend. Stay happy, healthy and safe. I'll be back on Monday, 5 PM Pacific time, and we'll pick up where we left off. Have a good weekend, everyone. See ya.